Hey Libra, it's Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. These are general readings, so we're going to take what works, leave what doesn't, as with everything in life. And if I don't catch your wavelength or storyline on this one, check your other major placements. I am going to start, of course, with my, as usual, with my Oracle deck. We'll get an intuitive vibe of where we're going here. And then I'm going to move on to my, And then I'm going to move on to my brand new deck from Welz-Stein, the Tarot of Mystical Moments. We've seen here many times before, the Oracle of Mystical Moments. Okay. And these cards are very unruly, Libra. I don't know what's going on with you, but that was an unruly pull. All right. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and click my subscribe button. It helps other people find the channel and it makes me happy. All right. Let's see what we have here. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Yes. Waning moon. What do you need to release? Okay. So this is winter, as it is here. We've got some feet of snow outside. What do you need to release? This is winter. It's rest time. It's downtime. It's that silence that comes with the snow, the softening of the echoes and the sounds and the harsh corners of everything. There's a gentling here. There's a quieting, a silencing, a downtime, and it's a time, it's waning moon. It's letting go of something, allowing something to move through you or past you, or some releasing something, letting go of something, maybe even releasing your breath that you may have been holding, releasing expectations, releasing all these things that we hold on to. Sometimes it's good to hold on to them, and sometimes it's not good to hold on to them. Sometimes we need to release. So there's something that you need to release that maybe served you for a time, that was maybe useful, and necessary, and now you can let it go. It's safe to move on from that. You don't need to cling. It's reminding me of the closed hand, the open hand, clenched fist, the heart beating, and that release of the heart. And the clench is necessary for life, and the release is necessary for life. So right now it's the time for that release. And we have another releasing card here, full moon, surrender to the divine. So maybe what you're needing to release is some sort of control or expectation. Well, I keep saying expectation, so maybe that's one thing that it is. But control or trying to guide something or move something forward. It looks like there's already a plan in place, a divine plan in place with divine timing. And so you're surrendering to the divine, and what do you need to release? Possibly with this other card here, I think we could be looking at control or expectation of how something's going to go. This surrender to the divine has come out several times recently in private readings and other readings, my own readings, and surrender to the divine. And so there's just I think, releasing of expectation and releasing of control, and letting divine timing take over. And then we have priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? So you may be needing to take some steps, some leadership, some guide. It's really fascinating because we're having this surrender to the divine. What do you need to release? And I'm saying, like, possibly control, possibly, but maybe it's a sense of, but then we have this like action-oriented card coming in here, this priestess card, stepping up and leading. So surrendering to some sort of divine call to lead or to take action towards something. Maybe, you don't want to do that. Maybe it's like Moses out there, like, no, take my brother Aaron. I don't want to do this. And it's like, well, surrender to the call of the divine. Maybe the divine's calling you to take a leadership role here, or step into some sort of more powerful position, and you're clinging to your unworthiness, or your your love of a simpler life or something like that. So it's interesting, there's a surrender to the divine, and then there's also a step up and lead. So maybe it's leadership that you need to surrender to. Maybe you have something you need to do here, and you'll have to initiate it, and you'll have to take the steps. All right, Libra. This is your past, your present, your inner landscape, what's at issue, your environment, your to-do list, and your possible outcome. This deck is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I don't even want to interpret. I just want to look. Like it's a museum here right on my desk. In your recent past, you have 7 of Swords. This could have been you. This could have been a vibe. This could have been someone around you. It's very sneaky behavior. Trying to take something that's not really yours. Feeling very entitled to something. Something not being, it's not what it seems. So trying to get away with something. Was this you? Was this someone you knew? Trying to, just an attempt at being sneaky, at taking something. Normally I see it as shutting down a conversation, but, or, you know, not talking about it or lying about something to avoid conflict. But I guess that's the same thing as sneaky. Sneaky is avoiding conflict, avoiding direct conflict, avoiding a war. There's some camouflaging here going on here. I think that's the main thing I'm seeing in this card right now is the camouflage. Something hasn't been what it seems. Something's been hiding its true nature from you, or you've been hiding your true nature. Wanting something but not being direct about it, not being clear about it. There's almost a little bit of a manipulative vibe, and manipulation gets such a, I mean, everybody manipulates a little bit, you know, when we say, hi, how are you? We're hoping for a positive response, a positive interaction, right? That's not, manipulation crosses some sort of line, though, when we're withholding information, or someone maybe withheld information from you, was holding on to something that maybe it would have been useful for you to know. It is about communication. I do see this communication here. It could have been direct, but it was not. In your current situation, we have the Chariot. So this little snail's got some wheels, but he's still going a little slow. So in this deck, the Chariot is, so that's it, this is your current situation. The Chariot is moving forward very slowly but surely making progress on something. Hold on, technical. All right, so the Chariot is about movement, growth, moving forward, planning, and achieving that plan. Normally, there's some sort of fast movement. I think with these wheels on the snail, I still feel like we might be going a little faster than really slow. But there is some sort of methodical plan in place, or there is some sort of plan and growth, and it's moving. There is achievement occurring, movement occurring. It just may be slower than you wanted it. And then she's got this impatient look on her face. Just like, I cannot believe how slow this is going. Maybe she's calm, maybe she's impatient. Captain Jack has joined us. Libras, I don't know if you've met my giant cat. Supposedly domesticated. And then, so there's movement. There's slow growth, slow movement, but there is movement, there is accomplishment, there is something going according to plan, but probably a lot slower than how you dreamed. And then what we have in your hopes, your fears, your inner landscape, what you're dreaming about is this Four of Wands card. It's the 1111 card. It's the engagement card, the leveling up card. There's a sense of public announcement. The fours, of course, have to do with, oh, man, cat. What about over here on these ones I've already done? How about that? Okay. And then Jack, he's attracted to the energy at this table, but doesn't quite know how to handle it once he gets here. So I see some of his worst behavior when he comes up here. We shall see. We shall see. So your hopes and dreams, your Four of Wands, public leveling up. It's a very solid foundation. This is the engagement card, the marriage card, the commitment card. It's a milestone card of, did I show it to you yet? There you go. It's a milestone card. It's a triumphant card of what's gone on before, everything that's come into this moment, and then we're celebrating the possibilities, the future as well. So there's a milestone, and you're hoping for some sort of milestone, some sort of commitment, some sort of leveling up here, at some point where you can acknowledge it, where it makes sense to pop open the champagne and celebrate something. So there's such slow growth here and slow movement, though. No wonder you're impatient, because you'd really like this win, this milestone, this moment where you get to say, yes, something has been achieved and it's done, and this part is done, and now we move on to this part, because this part, we've accomplished this part. So taking engagement as a metaphor, we've accomplished the getting to know each other. We've accomplished compatibility issues. We've accomplished this. We've set something down here, set it in stone in a way, and then you're looking forward to. And now we have plans for this other thing. And I like this Chariot card here because it is about these plans, and it is a nice slow movement. The way this deck presents this card, there is a slow movement towards bringing something to fruition, and you're really dreaming of that, and you're hoping for that commitment, that leveling up. This could be career too, not just relationships, of just like getting that promotion and saying like, okay, you've learned what you've needed to learn here, you're doing a good job, you're a good fit for this company, we'd like to move you up to the next level. And hopefully have more of a future with you as part of our team, that kind of thing. That's what you're hoping for. What's at issue here is this Knight of Pentacles. Again, we're getting in the reverse, right? So the Knight of Pentacles in the upright is already pretty slow moving. There's a plan, but we're not charging forward. It's communication. The Knights are going to be about communication, ideas. The Knight of Pentacles is usually about a slow growing plan. And here it's very stationary. It's very stationary. So in the reverse, I would say there's either not a plan, although we do have this Chariot indicating that there is a plan, or some sort of ideas and growth, and things are growing and moving. You know, we have the spiral here, and the spiral is all about cycles and growth and hitting that same place in the cycle but having grown. And that cycle gets a little old. Cycles, I think of this as the issues that we all are going to be churning through over and over again throughout our life. We all have a couple topics, I think, that we revisit over and over again. Themes of our lives that we're going to be revisiting again and again, and hopefully we grow each time we come up against that obstacle or that issue. Okay. Cat, you're going to need to retract your claw, get it out of my skin. Hold on. All right, Jack's going to stay for now. Here he is. But he's going to go with the claws come out again. Okay, so we have, what's at issue here is this Knight of Pentacles. So there could be, the Knight of Pentacles is typically very responsible, very communicative. This looks like, not very communicative, but he goes slow. He moves slowly, there's a plan. So there could be, in the reverse, we could be talking about complete stoppage of communication or of movement. We could also be speaking about impulsivity, since there's usually a plan involved, a well thought out plan with this Knight of Pentacles. We could also be talking about irresponsibility, since the Knight of Pentacles is extremely responsible. There could be some irresponsibility, which literally is lack of responsiveness. So not responding, something's not responding to the communications that's already happened, or there's some lack of response or inappropriate response. to some sort of movement, some sort of manifesting, something's coming together, something's manifesting, something's actually happening, but there's not a response, or if there is, it's strange or inappropriate or confusing. What's in your environment is the moon. There's something very, so what's I'm finding fascinating, and the cat is sitting directly on it, and he's being good, so I don't really want to disturb him. Okay, cat. Yeah, I think it's time for you to go. I agree. You've outlived your cuteness here. Okay. The moon card here is in your environment. This is something, this is what's hidden. Something's hidden from you. And since we're getting this Seven of Swords right above that, I'm going to say that this isn't necessarily you being deceptive or you hiding something. There's somebody else here hiding something from you, whether it's destructive or not. I mean, if it's not destructive, why wouldn't they just come forward and say it? But, you know, and I hate to give like a reading like this because it's like somebody's hiding something from you. It's time to be paranoid of everybody you know. But I think if this isn't resonating with you, if you don't already understand that the situation has some hidden elements to it, then just let this one go and go find another major placement, because there's no reason to have anxiety, especially since we have surrendered to the divine. There's some sort of divine plan here. So this moon card is about subconscious issues. So there could be something in your environment that's bringing up some subconscious issues. Perhaps this lack of response or irresponsiveness or irresponsibility or this either no or poor communication. So there's something, I mean, I don't think this is a secret. It's trying to be a secret, but it's not. You're seeing through some sort of facade here. And there's something in your environment that's revealing subconscious issues. So it could be something that's triggering you to have to go within and deal with some subconscious issues, especially this, if there's like a lack of communication or poor communication, or something's moving too slowly externally, it always allows for the internal gears to start working. Okay, why is this triggering me? Why is this upsetting to me? Or what's going on here? So there is some sort of, you actually have 3 cards here of some sort of deception or illusion and delusion, right? So you have 3 cards here about this, and this could be somebody else or this could be you. I see none of them are directly about you. Maybe this delusion that you're going to level up at some sort of situation and it's not happening. There's actually no communication, but it is happening. There is some movement. It's slow though. But here's somebody from your past or something in your recent past pretending to be something else, trying to be sneaky here, trying to get away with something, covering up real intentions and real motivations, making something pretty, I don't know, making a silk purse out of a sow's ear or something like that. And then here we have the moon. This is subconscious issues that you're dealing with. There's something in your environment that's triggering those, or there's some sort of hidden thing in your environment that's hard to figure out and is confusing you, is bewildering you about what's going on here. There's something here that cannot be known, or you're having difficulty knowing it. So there's either something in your environment that is hiding something from you, and intentionally this irresponsiveness, intentionally withholding something from you. There is an intention in this one. This one's no accident right here. Or there's something, is triggering you to have to go within and look at some of your subconscious issues. It could actually be both, right? There is some sort of divine plan, and perhaps we're talking about something that's going on in your environment that you're not meant to know about. That is that is part of divine timing and part of a bigger idea here. But there's something. The moon is all about secrets and things we don't know and subconscious issues. So there's something in your environment about that. Your to-do list is this 3 of Pentacles. This is about assembling your team, relying on your team, reliable team members, building something, constructing something beautiful together. Look, you're working together to construct a poppy, although those are not poppy leaves. But whatever, we won't be specific. This is not the Botanical Inspirations deck. There is no need for it to be specifically accurate. So, but you're building something. I mean, look at how solid and beautiful this thing is. It's solid, it's beautiful, and here you have your team members. And this is building something from the heart, building something that's important to you. This could be spending time with reliable team members, or reaching out to people with special skills, dealing with, reaching out to someone with some special skills. I mean, and you're being called to step up and lead, and maybe your leadership role is to assemble a team, put together the appropriate players and get to work on something, and work on something with other people. The Three of Pentacles specifically is about other people and working with other people to build something. So that's your to-do list. If you see an opportunity to do that, and I don't even know if you're supposed to step up and lead. Maybe you are the one assembling this team and putting this all together. And then a possible outcome where we could be going is this Devil card. Isn't this a gorgeous card? This has got to be my favorite Devil card of all time. Like, sure, okay, ensnare me. This sounds horrible. I'll just be a fly agaric mushroom here with this gorgeous... but that's the whole point, is, okay, fine, ensnare me. This sounds horrible. It's so, like, look at her. She's like, oh no, I'm trapped. This is terrible. But again, the Devil card is about wanting to be ensnared, wanting to be trapped. It could be about codependency. It could be about any sort of addiction. Because that's what addiction is, right? It's something we want, it's something we love, and it's something that we can't end up escaping once we're in over our heads with it. So this could be a warning about addiction, becoming ensnared in some sort of codependent trap here, where you just love, you love your trap. You love to be trapped here. That's why it's so hard to break addiction, is because you love it. You love the thing that you're addicted to, right? Like, it's not like it's miserable for you to, when people are drinking, the aspects afterwards are miserable, but at the time they're like, God, this is good. I feel good. I feel great. 1 to 2 to 3 drinks in, and then all hell breaks loose. But, it could be, it's got, again, a deceptive aspect to it, where it's something that really looks beautiful, but could actually be a little bit of a trap. And maybe this is why you need your team here, is to make sure that you're strong, make sure that you're secure and you're strong, and you can resist these temptations that come towards you, beautiful as they are. So this could be a warning that unless you've got, your team assembled, this could be, I mean, if we are talking about addiction, this team could be about your support groups and all of that. This could be about a therapy or something like that, building a team to build something very strong, very secure, so that maybe that you don't quite fall for this devil energy, this codependent, this desire to need something, that thrill of needing something, just as I was talking about, like, oh, fine, ensnare me. I mean, obviously there's a reason why this is the most beautiful card in the deck, So possibilities coming towards us for entrapment. But there is a sense of surrender. I want it to be good. It's such a beautiful card. Uh-oh. Okay. We have stepping out on your path with some protection. I think Virgo got this one. You are one of a kind. Your own path will never be exactly the same as anyone else's. The type of frequency you hold is as individual as your fingerprints. That uniqueness cannot ever be taken from you, co-opted by another, or compromised in any way. Relish your uniqueness and share it lovingly, freely, joyfully with the world. That sounds awesome. And then we also have this one. Be guided now. Allow yourself to be guided. The guide cannot take the steps for you. That is your job, but the guide can show you the way. It's up to you if you choose to take it, whether you tread carefully, dance, or run along that sacred pathway towards the loving arms of the Holy Mother. She is always there to help you. So I think it's a little bit of this. These are professionals that you're reaching out to build something, to build something stronger, possibly your own interior, 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 your own interior health and well-being. And this is again about reaching out for help. And yeah, it will be there. All right. So Libra, I hope that that was helpful for you. I hope you have a wonderful new year and a great week.